Welcome back to Wrenching Meat Restaurant. Thanks everybody. This is kind of just a throw together video. We're in the second week of January and it's just a freaking weather mess everywhere. It's cold as, well, it's cold. I don't have HVAC out here in the garage, and what heating units I have are, I can drop a Mopar in the car cheaper than I can in the shop. But this time of the year, there's a lot of things to deal with cold weather and daily driving and everything else. So it's not just a matter of what you're doing in the shop on your build, it's keeping your daily driving going. So today, we're just gonna, Saturdays were made for cold, today, a room temperature adult beverage. Because we've been hammering on the undercarriage of the car, and let's just see what's going on. Okay, first of all, as you all know, we got my girl here, which is the 2005 Volvo CX-90, and we have had an ongoing issue with the cooling system. Mainly that I would keep triggering a sensor code that said the engine coolant temperature wasn't operating at the proper temperature for the engine. Well, we, through much exasperation and expense, have replaced all the stuff that would have been causing the problem. However, after having it on the road and twisting my knuckles, grinding my teeth, and talking to some people, one of the problems I was having was that the coolant system wasn't bled properly. Well, excuse me. I knew BMWs, Mercedes, and stuff like that, you had to bleed this system. I wasn't aware, but I should have been, from my experience with this girl, that this had to be done as well. Well, the whole point is, I have been doing what I've been instructed from my mentors in trying to bleed the system on this. Apparently, there isn't like a vacuum system which you can hook up to your cooling system like you can, with the brake bleed system. Now I have a vacuum brake bleed system, and if this doesn't work, I'm thinking about maybe trying to rig something up to make that work. Yeah, but the whole point is, apparently I've got some trapped air in the cooling system, and now this is like the third time I've done this, and it is somewhat time consuming and kind of exasperating because you don't know if you're really being effective or not. But over the course of time, I am seeing an improvement. Initially, my thermometer, or my temp gauge, was like not working at all. My heater wasn't heating up. I wasn't getting any warm air, and in the winter, that's kind of a suck deal because I was going to work every morning driving 30 to 40 miles one way, and the car was still cold when I got there. So what we have been doing, and like I said, this is a multiple thing, elevating the car up to try to get, you know, move everything up to the highest point in the way of any air that's trapped in the engine. And let's get in here and see if we can see what's going on a little bit. Right now, we're setting at normal operating temperature. Now, at this point, we're about where the thermostat should start opening up, and we're going to go ahead and get the heater fully operational here, because it is cold. Oh yeah, we'll get some nice warm air. Now we do have, on this system, it's a closed system, you don't have a radiator cap. You've got your reservoir tank cap on that. So that currently is loosened, so we're not building up pressure. However, now we're operating temperature. Typically, the electric fan should be kicking on fairly soon. We're going to go ahead and bring her up a little bit, rev her up about 2,500. Now, one thing with these cars that I'm discovering, I haven't really checked into it, but I do believe they have a rev limiter. So, you know, they're not going to let you over rev your engine when you're not, you know, under load. We'll try to get her up there, you know, somewhere between 15 and 2,500, hold her for a little bit, kind of help go ahead and get the engine warmed up and circulate. Now typically, we should see when when we get the system opened up, the fans come on, and like that should drop down. Sun came out and kind of bucked some of our view here. Well, we're gonna let this girl sit here and cook for a little bit. I mean, she's running strong. I mean, this engine has got 181,000 miles. It's a 2.5 turbo, inline 5. I love it. I've come to learn a lot about this design, engine, and everything. But she's a strong little horse, and I'm grateful that I have her. But let's move on, because that's not all that I've been trying to do in this cold weather. As I continue to deal with the front end and everything, of course, we still have the headliner project going for the Volvo. Yeah, I don't have enough projects. Maybe I should start building a ship in a bottle. Yeah, don't think so. Not today. All right. So, as you may have recently seen, because of Santa Claus, we got our torsion bar removal tool, and we did remove the torsion bar from the left side of the car, where we have been doing most of the pulling of suspension from. And we got a torsion bar out, and I have spent quite a bit of time with the wire wheel trying to clean this old girl up and just see what kind of shape she's in. Well, I've seen comments about, you don't want to jack, with getting damage on these things because it has a bad effect. Which I can understand, if you've got some severe gouging or dents or whatever, yeah, it's not going to work. We've got some stuff here. We move up here. And let's see here. Yeah, this is the end I want to show you. Clunk. No damage, yeah. Run into the vise with it. This is the rear mount for the torsion bar. Now, I said it's got some issues with regard to somebody, apparently using some vice grips or whatever to try to remove her or whatever. She does have some, I would call superficial damage, not severe. And the front knuckle isn't in too bad a shape. I mean, all in all. When after you get all the shit, excuse my French, stuff cleaned off of it. But here's what concerns me. And it's not like I'm putting a big block and turning this car into a race machine, but this is your rear mount. And this ring area is where your attachment or your locking ring is seated. And half of that area has been destroyed. There are chisel marks. I don't know if I can get you guys up here any closer. Let me try. Stay. Really? I'm missing a lot of the outer rim of this torsion bar that's going to, one, with the ring captured in the housing, as well as providing the, I don't know, guys. I mean, somebody has mutilated the hell out of this torsion bar as somewhere in his past. Now, I'm not trying to build a race car or anything else, but honestly, with everything I'm doing, we're trying to replace the suspension, make her look right, and clean her up. I'm real sketchy about whether these are going to work because, I mean, I've got a Dremel tool and I can go in here and work a lot of this with the Dremel, but I'm still not going to be able to rebuild this. Fortunately, in reaching out to some of my folks on some of my Facebook, restoration groups, I do have some sources for new torsion bars, and honestly, I'm giving it some consideration. New torsion bars, about $500. Really not what I was expecting, but I don't want to put something back under here that's going to fail or not do what I want to. And with some of the newer products, especially one site that I went to, an PST Performance that was recommended to me by a Facebook restoration group I belong to. Thank you guys. Um, they're upgraded. So should I decide to, yeah, when I win the lottery, put a larger or more high performance engine in this, they will handle the additional torque over what is in it right now. And honestly, based on what I'm seeing from that, and I haven't even gotten to this side yet, it may be something to consider. But, you know, it's like everything else. Let's see, I got a nickel, I need a dime. I got a dime. Well, now I need a quarter. Just trying to move along as I can, scraping the crud off, getting more stuff, you know, cleaned up, seeing if I can use it or have to replace it or fix it. She's a great old girl, and she's going to be beautiful, and hopefully, if we can get a break in the weather where it's not, you know, out here, I mean, it's like 38 degrees right now in the shop. If we could, you know, get some weather to wrench in and maybe hit the lottery, wouldn't hurt. But we're still working on it, guys. Thank you for following. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider it. Share, like, comment. Come on, guys, this is our project. So your interaction is always welcome. Now let's go out here and see if we've melted down anything on the velvet. Now the GT Forte's home. Well, keep running, sweet. Let's go over here and check things out. Alright. Well, we're at operating temperature. That sounds so good. Hard to believe she's got 181,000 miles on her, huh? Yeah. Good girl. If we can't take the Barracuda on Power Tour next year, we're going to take this one. Yeah, I'm trying to trick her up a little bit so she won't be like, who brought their grandma's car to the Power Tour. But, alright. We're going to let this set a little bit longer. Let her do her thing. Guys and gals, I appreciate you watching my channel. Content has not been that great lately, but honestly, it's kind of hard. There's a lot of things on this car and what I do throughout the day and the week that's really not content worthy. I really wish there was more, but hopefully with spring coming on, we'll be able to do a lot more, that will bring more content to the channel. Maybe some barn finds, some car shows, some
really content on getting the CUDA put back together that's relevant. I mean, right now, a lot of what I'm doing under there and with the car is just boring as hell. I'll be honest with you. I'm laying on my back, scraping shit, lubricating stuff, trying to get stuff broke loose for fix and repair. I don't have the editing content or capacity to, encapsulate a lot of my hours out here in the shop. Wish I did, but I'm not there. The whole point is we are moving forward, and I try to keep you updated and let you know that I'm not sitting in the house watching TV and not thinking about what we're doing out here. This is very important to me, and I hope that I can bring stuff to you. So please stay tuned. We're just under 700 subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. And if you got any friends that, please consider. This coming week, according to the weather, it looks like it's going to be a real nasty one for everybody. So, God bless. Make sure you got something warm to wear and gas in the car. See you soon. Bye-bye.